Welcome to the first episode of Roanoke County Business Partners in 2022. Our business community had an exciting year in 2021 and we can't wait to see what this year has in store. This month, we celebrate the expansions of 2 businesses in Roanoke County. We visit R&D Coffee for their new location inside of Vineyard Station in downtown Vinton, and we check out Neelys Accounting services at their new location on Brambleton Avenue. Then, we speak with Jill Loop, Director of Economic Development in Roanoke County, to recap some of 2021's most impactful economic development moments in our community. We're speaking with brothers Quincy and Stefan Randolph, co-owners of R&D Coffee, to celebrate the opening of their second location inside of Vineyard Station, and we learn why R&D fits right in downtown Vinton.
Hi, my name is Quincy Randolph, and I'm one of the co-owners of R&D Coffee. We are celebrating the grand opening and ribbon cutting of R&D Coffee's Vinton, Virginia location.
I'm Stefan Randolph. I'm the founder and co-owner of R&D Coffee with my brother Quincy. Vineyard Station was a great location for us for a number of reasons. One, just the traffic here, whereas we're on a main road or literally main street in Wasena, and that's great. Being on the corner of Washington and Pollard, we get probably 2.5 times more vehicle traffic per day. And then just the town of Vinton was really welcoming in, trying to get us here, explaining all the different benefits there were to Vinton as a town.
So R&D Coffee is special because it is a family-founded business established by my brother and I.
Not everybody can go into business with family members or friends, but I think I've been especially fortunate that me and my brother, we had like our little sibling disagreements when we were younger, of course, but it was never anything, really serious. And so we always, I think, have made a pretty good team and have sort of complemented each other's skills and talents and whatnot.
I'm a classically trained fine dining chef, and I think that is another unique aspect that R&D has that maybe some other places don't. Is I'm very involved with the menu and the food offerings that we serve, and we try to keep things seasonal and also fun.
I'd say my expertise as far as it relates to R&D is more like the coffee side. Especially when we first opened, that had been my background coming from being a coffee roaster out in Ohio and my parents having a coffee shop in the Richmond area. That was sort of my wheelhouse. But then I also sort of bring the food and beverage element from working at Deschutes Brewery here in town. And especially with our draft coffee offerings, having that brewery experience was really valuable to figure out the best practices for brewing cold brew coffee at scale, doing the nitro cold brew, and just having those different fun draft lattes that we did in the past, and who knows, maybe we'll bring back.
At this Vinton location, because it's bigger than our Wasena location, we have a bit more food. I'm calling them big snacks. Waffles to a bratwurst dog to one of my favorites, cheesy orzo, which is kind of like a play on mac and cheese meets cacio de pepe in a way. Just to have something a little bit more hearty if you're hanging out or studying and don't want to commit to going to a full restaurant for lunch.
I hope that R&D here in Vinton fits in almost like it's been part of the town for 30 years, even though it's a new business and sort of has that new business kind of look, smell, sheen, whatever you want to call it. We want people that have come down and enjoyed all the other shops for the past 10, 15 years. So yeah, hopefully we can just fit in as almost like a natural extension of the spirit and culture of Southwest Virginia and Vinton as a town.
We roast our own beans in Roanoke. We roast, we brew it all, we serve our own product. But our biggest emphasis is making sure that every guest coming in has a positive experience and finding them a beverage they enjoy, whether they're a big coffee drinker or prefer tea, smoothies, anything of that nature.
So come for the coffee and the food and hopefully excellent service, but stay for the wonderful community that you can find here.
Visit R&D Coffee, located at 101 East Washington Avenue in Vinton. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Next, we head to Brambleton Avenue to celebrate the grand opening of Neelys Accounting Services' third location in Roanoke County.
I am Charles Neely, Chuck Neely. I'm a CPA. I own Neelys Accounting Services. I'm the CEO of the company. This is year 15 of the company. So I've been doing it for a lot longer than that, but 15 years of Neelys Accounting Services, Inc. This is my third operation being opened. We've got another operation. I started in North Roanoke, close to my home. Then I moved to Vinton. Now I've got my third location here on Brambleton Avenue. Brambleton Avenue is a high traffic area, number one. I purchased a business from another individual on Brambleton Avenue. Thought that because he was already here, it'd be smart to be where he is now, because that's where he works. I've purchased his business. We begin with that January 1st. And this location just happened to come up. A friend of mine owns it. So I'm renting from a friend. So it works out very well that, helping out a friend as well. Started a long time ago doing full service accounting for businesses, small businesses especially. We also do income taxes for personal and businesses. We really like working with the small businesses. They need our help. Some of them don't realize they need our help until they start talking to us. But that's something that's where we started, was with the small businesses. We are QuickBooks certified, pro advisors, most of us, on QuickBooks Online and QuickBooks Desktop. We also provide services for payroll for a number of business clients. We do financial counseling. We will talk to people about what their situations are. Businesses, how to set up a business, why do you want to become an S corporation or an LLC? We talk to them about their business entity setup. We also talk to our clients about how to become successful, how to not pay as much in taxes that they're legally obligated to pay, so they don't pay more than they should. When you come to Neelys Accounting, I expect my staff to act like you are the only person that we have to deal with, that we're trying to help you and only you at that time. Customer service is something in this country that has gone away to a certain extent, and we try to make sure that the things that you need, we can provide and tell you how to do that. You have to be able to look at a customer, at a client, and say, okay, you've got this problem. How did you get to this problem? How do we fix that problem? You have a problem with the IRS. You have the problem with the State Department of Taxation. How can we help you fix that? My staff is just remarkable. They are great folks. They're knowledgeable. They're experienced, and they're there for my clients. 1, 2, 3.
For more information about Neelys Accounting Services, visit neelys.com.
Finally, we sit down with Jill Loop of Roanoke County Economic Development to recap new businesses, business expansions, and more in 2021.
So 2021 has been an exciting year in economic development. We've seen a lot of growth in all areas of the county. In particular, we've seen growth in the healthcare sector, where we've worked with Richfield and the growth of their town center. Friendship Retirement expanded with their transitional care unit. We also have seen the Lewis Gale ER developing in the Bonsack area, and we've seen Carilion Children's open at Tanglewood. So it's been a great year, and a lot of growth primarily in the healthcare and life sciences sector. We're most excited this year about the growth at Tanglewood and the 419 corridor. Obviously, a lot of transformation has been occurring thanks to the transportation improvements that have occurred there with the widening of 419. We're adding bicycle lanes and sidewalks, making it more pedestrian friendly, and that has led to a lot of new business growth at Tanglewood. Carilion Children's is bringing their pediatric services here now, which generates a lot of visitation to the mall mall property. So with the 2 new outparcel buildings coming at Tanglewood, we're seeing 5 new businesses there, and also Chili's and Popeyes will be coming in the new year. So 7 new businesses just in Tanglewood alone are really generating new excitement along this corridor. We're also seeing new growth within the Tanglewood property with repositioning some of the vacant space there, including Mathis Nursing and BKT uniforms. The opening of Chicken Salad Chick has created a lot of energy and excitement at the mall, and people are just loving that new experience. We're also seeing new growth in redevelopment along the 419 corridor with the Fallowwater Square project. That's a 2-story office building that is being repositioned in the market for new office users, and it's 100% leased, so we're very excited to see that under construction. And we also have the new Fallowwater Lane under construction, which will open new property in the 419 corridor, so there's a lot going on. We're also seeing growth in manufacturing. You know, the Vinton area has received attention because Cardinal Glass is growing and expanding. They had an $8 million expansion announcement this year. We're repositioning a lot of property in the commercial business district with the town of Vinton. You've seen the Vinton Motors property get redeveloped in the last year. We've seen R&D Coffee open, and some other businesses within that space are expected to open in the near future. Joe Good Pies is opened in that space. And meanwhile, we're also redeveloping the Gish's Mill property with the town of Vinton as our partner. So we've had a great relationship and a lot of growth and expansion there. In addition, Rosie's has put in a huge expansion with over $20 million in new investment, and that's generating a lot of interest in the community. We've also partnered with Vinton on a new hotel development, so we're expecting that to come in the next year. You'll see that under construction, as well as the Bank of Botetourt just opened in the downtown area. Also in the town of Vinton, we are really happy to announce that we won 2 awards this year. One was through the Virginia Association of Counties. The other was through the International Economic Development Council. And basically these 2 awards were for the Vinton redevelopment projects, recognizing the fact that our partnership with the town of Vinton is generating results for the community. Essentially, we're generating $21.7 million in new taxable investment in the downtown business district for Vinton, and that's expected with the 5 projects that we've worked together on to generate $533,000 in annual tax base enhancement and over 129 new jobs in Vinton. That work has been many years in the making, probably 3 to 4 years, and it's been very complex, and we're excited to see the results of that and the fact that they've recognized us for those efforts. The Economic Development Department worked with Virginia Tech as our consultant to prepare a new strategic plan, the Elevate 2026 plan, which is basically a 5-year plan to show how we're going to strategically grow our community in the future. This was a year-long process that was very comprehensive. We engaged a lot of the community, our stakeholders and constituents in the conversation. We listened to the community and we incorporated their ideas into our plan recommendations. 2021 was a challenging year for our business community, but we did see growth. We saw new businesses opening up, we saw corridors growing and expanding, and we expect to see more of that in 2022. We look forward to announcing new projects with our business community in the new year. On behalf of Roanoke County, I would like to say thank you to our business community. Thank you for your investment, for all that you do in our community. We appreciate you.
Thanks for watching Roanoke County Business Partners. You can stay up to date on economic development news at yesroanoke.com, and you can subscribe to our monthly newsletter by clicking on the News tab on the homepage.